Alrighty, folks, we're back. Back doing more Dragon Age goodness for yous all. So, who are you, what are you, and to celebrate National Day of the Cowboy, what would be your cowboy name? Start with Eden.
Hello, I'm Eden. My character's Ray, Savannah Mage Mortician, swell lawyer every now and again.
You've done Red Dead, you know what the answer is.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to think because I don't think, did I name my character anything in Red Dead? I think I was just Eden. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty boring when it comes to playing games like that. I'm just like a version of me all the time. So you got me thinking now, like, what would it be? Oh. I feel like some reference to Big Iron is just on my mind because playing it yesterday. Big Iron Bill?
Big
That's
Iron
a good
Bill,
one.
that'll do. Oh, hang on, I just realised it's done this thing, 1 second. Come on, Discord, there we go. Is that back there? Back there, cool. Sorry, I just keep forgetting that if I tab out in a certain way, Discord kind of decides to take all the cameras away. Because Discord. Alright, okay. Next we'll hear me.
Hello, I'm Amy. I play Ruthie Yosef, our very grumpy Dalish elf healer. I have never played Red Dead.
Yeah, but
I
still have a cowboy name.
I know. But to be honest, I'd probably just go as the Scot.
That'd work.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Tom?
He would better at this than me.
Hi, Tom. I play Ink Garnham at the moment, half human, half dwarf, with boomsticks. Cowboy name? I don't know. Again, I haven't played a cowboy game.
The beekeeper.
Sure.
It's me, the beekeeper.
I'm the beekeeper. Smokey the beekeeper. There you go.
I feel we're all just in that Reservoir Dogs movie now, and we're just all Mr.
Yeah.
What's your code name?
Mr. Big Iron. This Mr. Big Iron, Mr. Scott, Mr. Beekeeper. And back.
I'm Bot. I play Tristan, a rogue ranger, and can I steal someone's name?
Sure.
Doc Holliday.
Fair enough. And I just revealed now, Psych, we're playing a one-shot about cowboys. No, fuck it. I will do that 1 week, but that is not this week.
Bank it for a
Thank you for a future time when I feel like I'm just doing something swerve sideways. Alright, okay. So, what happened last time?
Yes, what did happen last time? I wasn't here.
What did happen?
What did you get up to?
Murder.
Memory fades, but
I expect murder.
Murder, yes, I remember now. In my defense, I was scared. I'm not an adventurer, I'm a blacksmith and shopkeeper, and I got spooked.
Tom! Ink! What did you do?
Did they remember what they did?
Potential blood cultist dude, and it was I sort of stood behind him with my blunderbuss aimed squarely at the center of his back, sort of right up against it, and he was brought around. I think Wraith asked a single question. He said something like, "We summon the Dark Mother," and I instantly pulled the trigger because I'd shat myself. And it was just like, nope. Bam! Blew a hole about this big through him. I don't think he survived. And we had to leave quite quickly.
I'm trying to remember what the name
for context for Amy, they had someone had called the Templar to someone who they suspected doing blood magic. The Templar turned up and basically got told by someone else turned up in an older robe, who was an elder Mortalitasi, who basically said, "Fuck off, Templar! This is our land." The Templar sort of began to turn around and start backing away, and then Tom killed them.
Not quite.
What, the Mortalitazi?
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite like that. I
Basically,
raised
that's
my
vaguely what happened.
yeah. He was doing something that looked scary and magical, and I just pissed myself. This was before I killed the other guy. I pissed myself. And
There was
then,
another
He
guy.
killed two.
blasted a hole straight through him with my musket. Because he was going red and twitching and floating in the air and stuff. I was like, that looks like dangerous stuff. And then I said to the Templar, look, there's blood all over him. It must be blood magic.
So what happened to the Templar after?
The Templar
he
ran
ran
off to get help just before I think Tom killed the Mortality.
Okay, so he didn't witness you
No,
purposely
they all
murdering
they all
two
ran
people.
away, and the Templar I think came back later as after they'd left.
Okay.
And but there was some other guy. So the
Mortalitazi.
that one was like, no, this guy isn't a blood cultist. Piss off. And the blood cultist was a guy on the floor who was bleeding out of every fucking orifice and just dying slowly. Oh, that was it. I was trying to help the guy who's bleeding to death. I was like, he's dying. Back up now. And Mortassi was like, I'm not going to do that. I said, I got my musket, leveled it at him, and just said, move. And he did. He started levitating and doing weird magic stuff. And so I just... So then I started blasting. Incidentally, the guy I was trying to save was the guy who made me shit myself and blew a hole through his chest the size of a grapefruit. But, that was some time afterwards when we realized maybe he was a blood mage.
Yeah, there was a lot of umming and ahhing about whether or not we should try to save him, and then it really was just like one question and immediately, no, kill him. just kill him.
No. Oh no, definitely not.
You guys were like, Ink, what the hell are you doing? We got one question out of him, and I'm like, oh, I got scared. And then we ran away, I think.
Yep. And you ran away, and you ran down to the south. So you ran up to the port city that you were looking for. You passed multiple ways of shambling undead being led by
Yes, we did.
Mortalitasian mages who were taking the undead up to fight the Kunari.
Oh, handy.
So yes, I felt like nothing really happened last week because you killed the plot device.
I did. I killed all of the main the main plot points very quickly.
But it's fine. So you're
I
down
was just scared. I was scared, all right.
It's fine.
I was scared and
you're
frightened, and I just panicked.
You're down in Cumberland now, I believe, isn't it?
Yes,
We can take a ship.
possibly.
For Cumberland.
Possibly.
So I think, as I said, you were in Port City, and just as you were looking around, oh, the cat's going off to look in the sun again. You saw this gigantic ship that's running very deep in the water, pulling into port. Seems to be almost hoaching with people on aboard. And we said we'd continue this week. So
We think they're Orlais refugees, and possibly a handful of Ferelden refugees that were refugees in Orlais. And the HQ is deserted. So I'm like, who am I gonna sell my weapons to? And so I'm gonna go with you guys across to and see if I can sell my wares somewhere closer to the front line, because everyone's cleared out and gone off to the Dales.
okay.
Okay.
Well,
According to some hobo who's squatting in their ex-HQ.
All right. Well, we'll continue from there then. Oh, I just realised I forgot to mute that audio one. 1 second. There we go. That should be. Apologies, there's been a slight echo on the cast's mic till now. It should be fixed now. All right. So, you basically pulled into port with. Sorry, the look I was getting from the cat of just, I'm in the sun now, could you shut the fuck up, please, Dad?
Stop disturbing me, Daddy.
Yeah, so as you pull in, this massive ship pulls in, and it just, the second it's in port, hundreds of people just start fleeing from it into the city itself. You notice several Templars trying pathetically to keep order, but are just getting nowhere. After about maybe, let's say, about 25 minutes, 30 minutes of people just fleeing, the ship seems to be mostly empty, but the streets are hoaching with people. What do you want to do?
Is this like every kind of person under the sun? Is this
Yes.
clearly just like everybody from somewhere else has just
Yes.
turned up here?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess
We haven't,
that's.
we haven't booked passage yet, have we? So we'll have to talk to the captain, or maybe see if we can get on the ship to go back.
See if
Yeah.
maybe we can finally
hitch a
leverage that Grey Warden authority, and maybe somebody will recognise it.
Yeah.
Catch a ride.
Well, you'd assume that maybe the crew would notice it, but if they're fishing people from back and forth. Which of the Templars looks the most in charge?
You don't. At the moment, it's just so busy that you don't really see, obviously, who's in charge. You just see a couple of Templars. They look relatively young, and they.
Okay.
Sorry, Lawmaster, or Lawmasters. Are Templars generally on the same side as Grey Wardens, generally antagonistic, or generally uninvolved?
It depends.
Very much depends.
It really does. You get some Templars that are middle of the ground, just trying to do the right thing, trying to help their fellow man. Then you get Templars that aren't so great, that maybe lean into their prejudice or the prejudice of like the society that they're in. So like in Orlais, they'll have a more not great nobody really likes the elves, but the Orlesians kind of really shit on the elves quite a bit. Which is why like later in the timeline you have like the spy networks and stuff, and the elves working to like have Orlais have a civil war and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have others that are like in the circles that deal with the mages all the time. Some of them kind of get jaded and mistreat the mages, or some are like they want to eradicate magic, and are the worst of the worst. And then you get the ones that are actually actively hunting mages. So it's a mixed bag. It really depends on like.
All right. Fair enough. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them are distrusted, though. There is a bit of, there is a heavy distrust to them.
Okay.
But there's also that kind of hero worship as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, the maker.
Ah,
Yeah.
the maker.
Like your crusade knights, kind of that kind of hero worship. So yeah, there's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
So there's nobody that looks in charge. It's too busy to really move around.
Yeah, there's like easily a couple of thousand people just moving through, desperately clinging to like bags of belongings as they're making their way through the town, or making their way through the sort of town square into the rest of the town.
Oh, Ruth's feeling very claustrophobic. I think he's going to climb a tree. Or
in
like,
the middle of a town.
or like the side of a building to like stand on the roof because like there's too many people. I hate this.
Where we are, can we see the ship clearly enough? Like, are we close enough to see where the gangplanks hit ground and that kind of stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any means, I mean, if we were really determined against the flow of traffic, could we kind of duck and weave through people, do you think, to get to that?
You probably could.
What, with the whole car and everything?
I feel like maybe, I mean, if we're getting on a boat, are we going to be able to bring the cart?
Oh, we better be able to move the cart.
That's going to take some
I've got this
extra
bag
I'm
long
not-
enough. I'm not giving it now.
That
We've
cart,
had it
you know,
for how many God knows episodes. It's
It's part of the team. part of the crew.
That has all the gold in it.
All the
The
gold,
lining
the
of
bath,
and the bath.
has the gold
the
in the
gold,
lining.
the bathtub, and it's also got all of the weapons that I'm taking to the Grey Wardens.
And it has Robin / Alistair /
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Okay. Well, on that note, is there anything larger being offloaded then? Like, is there any clear like cargo holds?
Off,
Like
you can just see off to the side, like past all the people streaming past you. There seems to be 2 or 3 sort of guards that seem to be trying desperately to unload these large boxes from the sort of side of the ship.
Why is a refugee ship carrying boxes instead of people?
Well, some refugees will be richer than others and will have
This is true.
belongings.
This is true. But still, like,
So there is cargo space.
We can always find out.
It's cool. Just roll the Grey Warden, roll up as Grey Wardens and be like, seeing as you're not going to be taking refugees back the way, you're taking us and our supplies to fight the Darkspawn.
yeah, if we can meander our way through with the cart towards the guards, then maybe we can help them out as well, and then we can ship our stuff, swap our stuff over.
Okay. As you sort of weave your way through the people, again, it's been about quite a while since people started unloading, but there still seems to be people like sprinting out of the ship. And as you get over to these guards who are still desperately trying to swing these quite large, they're like almost like double-sized coffins out of the ship. There's got to be 3 of them on the side, and they're trying to get a 4th out. One of the guards sort of turns around, looks at the cart, and gives kind of a blink of, why is there a cart there? And goes, yeah, can I help you?
We're wondering if we can get passage back to
Oh, we're not going back anywhere. It's on fire. We're not going back there.
It's on fire?
Yeah, it's on fire. We were lucky to get out, weren't we? But yeah.
So...
Ask for the captain. Where's the captain?
Oh, he'll be on there somewhere. He sort of gestures towards the ship. Yeah, you wouldn't have to
we're
know
gonna
where the
have a
Grey
word with
Warden's house is, would you?
It's abandoned.
That's not a problem of
Why?
mine. I'm just a delivery boy. I don't care. There's people there.
Oh, what are you delivering? We're Grey Wardens.
He just kicks the box in front of him and goes, oh, great, you could take it then. He's in there.
Who is?
He's in there?
Yeah, he just kicks the box again, and all you hear is his voice going, Mother! Mother, the song! Mother, the song! Yeah, he won't shut up about that. It's your job now, not mine. Take him away. Yeah,
Oh,
Bert,
no,
we found the bloke to take it away.
Is that not the Darkspawn thing?
Talking about the mother, yeah, that sounds reminiscent. I mean, we looked at that picture of the Darkspawn mother that one time, didn't we? I remember that. The visual sticks with you.
Me?
You didn't ink, but your predecessor may have.
Your predecessor may have. That's a good way to put it.
Who gave you these orders to transport this?
Yes.
Is there a man in that box?
Yes, now I remember. Thank you for reminding me.
Captain just
You
told us
assholes.
to take these boxes over, bring them to the Grey Wardens for study, but, you're taking them now. We're just going to get this last one out, and then they're all yours.
Oh, how many are there?
Just the 4.
Oh,
And they're all alive.
Well, technically speaking, yes.
What do you mean?
technically speaking.
Well, 2 of them were quite difficult to get in the box, so, they might be more dead than alive now.
Bet they are.
They didn't want to go in the box, you see, but we needed to kind of keep them.
I can understand. What I am. Now I'm thinking we maybe need to go back to the Grey Warden
Run!
thing.
Hello, run!
Hi. Why aren't my headphones connecting? What the fuck?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
I can hear you too, but it's coming from the speakers.
Oops.
Give me a sec.
Sure. All right. Amy, carry on. We'll get rolling when we get a sec.
I think we maybe need to go back to the Grey Warden headquarters because they might have cells we can put these boxes into before we open them. Or we open one and then throw the rest into the harbor. I don't know.
We might poison some fish doing that. I mean, we might be better just stabbing the boxes and then just burning them or something, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we should open them up in the street. Or,
No, because
or at least one.
No, because then they're gonna cause trouble.
Yeah, so I think we maybe need to head back just because it's contained.
Take them to the place.
Yeah.
Stake them down.
Mm.
Don't put your fingers anywhere near the holes in the boxes.
Mm. Put some kindling around the boxes, maybe, just so that we're good and ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The thing is,
Lots
we
of
can't.
kindling.
I mean, technically, yes, we could wait here until some other Grey Wardens come to deal with it, but it'd be very boring for a very long time if we were just sat there playing cards or something while we wait for other Grey Wardens to arrive.
While we wait for the Blight to slowly take over or the Quinari to invade.
I mean, if Orlay's on fire, then things have escalated since we were last there.
Yeah, it sounds like a volcano has gone off, or a... I mean, we
it could just be a standard fire, in a city.
Mm.
If, sort of...
We maybe need to, grab a refugee and, ask them about
Just grab
it.
them.
Well, not grab them, offer them, refreshment.
Offer them refreshment.
I've got plenty of bread.
Plenty of bread. Got
Always
plenty of bread. Plenty of booze. Hopefully.
Mm. But I've still got two. I think I've got. Yes, I do. I still have two small little barrels of rum.
Small little barrels of rum.
I guess we take the boxes back then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you going to transport these boxes?
On the cart, probably.
Is there room on the cart?
I mean, they're basically, as I said, about coffin size, but maybe twice as tall.
They're really big then.
I reckon we could fit 4 coffins on the cart. It's like the TARDIS.
Just stick them on the roof.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a wooden roof, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Isn't it?
I'm sure it'll hold.
You can always put one on the side or on the back, attach it on the bumper.
Whatever works, really.
Yeah, we'll spend some time figuring it out and hunting them up.
We'll work it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
haphazardly tie them extra tight.
All right. So you are you just gonna pick the boxes underneath? Are you gonna drag them? Are you gonna put rope around them, drag them? Are you gonna just pull them by hand? What are you gonna do?
Well, the cart's just there, isn't it? So.
Suppose many hands make light work. Just
Yeah, I think we just.
grab a
Yeah,
corner.
we'll harangue the guards into helping us lift them onto the cart. Is harangue the right word? I'm not sure.
Okay. No, I'm not touching that.
Oh, fuck off, mate!
Ah,
You just
you
unloaded
already
it from the
dusted.
cart.
Oh yeah, but I was careful. Well, I'm not gonna just willy-nilly pick it back up again, especially now when the client is here. It's client's responsibility. I put it on the ground.
You put it on the ground, yeah. Now help us put it on the thing. It won't take you 5 minutes. Come on, you lazy
I
bugger.
value my
You know-
fingers.
Shut
You
up and
still
help.
Have they still got the pulleys attached to it?
To the last one, yes.
Alright, get the last one on the cart then,
All right. Well,
first.
Well-
and then we're gonna.
while you're doing that, we'll quickly introduce Rowan, because Rowan, we can now finally do it now. So yes, Rowan, who are you? What are you? And what would be your cowboy name?
Fucking hell, I was eating cereal.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Rowan. I'm playing Juniper, a small cat creature. Sorry,
Come on,
it's
cowboy.
been a very interesting cowboy name.
Cowboy name.
What are they meant to sound like?
Tom's is the beekeeper, so you can have a standard name, but every woman is for some reason want to be called Jessie or a variant thereof, or you could just be called the beekeeper.
No, you can't be called the beekeeper. That's mine. It's off.
Can't I just stick with like Yeehaw Rowan or something? I want to change
Yeah.
my name now.
That'll do.
It's a name, so it'll do.
Sorry, I watched the TV Glow last night, and it's. If you don't know about it, it's the film that makes trans people lose their brains and cry for a week. So I'm reeling from that.
So you're crying for the current week.
Well, I cried myself to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning, so that's why I'm a bit out of it.
Oh, we have to horribly segue back to the
Please
episode.
do. Please do.
That's fine. Right, okay, so you've got the pulleys in this last box. What are you going to do with it?
We're going to swing it onto the cart and get the first one on the cart.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to borrow their pulleys and attach them to the other ones
Yeah.
to make our life
They
easier.
didn't want to help. They can.
Yeah, they can loan their equipment since they're not
gonna
willing to help.
Yeah.
Can someone explain
Fuckers.
the boxes and what's going on?
Coffins for people who ain't dead yet. Kind of.
We're at a dockside. There's a big boat full of refugees that's just offloaded, and we're trying to get on and get the cart on there. But at the same time, they're offloading these boxes. They say it's Grey Wardens that have sent them, and the boxes have got darkspawn, it seems, inside of them, possibly.
We don't know what's in them, so we're going to take them to the Grey Warden outpost that's in the city and
then carefully burn.
and then carefully examine one box before we decide what to do with the rest of them.
Cool.
In a contained place.
Cool.
We're actually being smart wardens about it, and and not potentially creating a blight of ghouls in a city.
Good.
My God.
Good. I would recommend you tell Junie to stay away from the boxes.
Yeah, that's probably.
You don't want to go in these boxes, Junie. You don't want to go in these.
Do you want to know what's in them?
What?
Really, like, disgusting, sticky, oozy, gross people.
Darkspawn.
They're going to get all sticky and all clagging up your fur, and it's going to be really horrible. You won't be able to get it out of your fur ever.
They may try and eat you.
We don't know yet. Well, that's why we're going to open the boxes in a safe place.
Just to side note, I'm editing 2115 at the moment for going live either later today or tomorrow, and it's one of those episodes where a lot of you is like, it's in my fur. Anyway.
Because of my tabaxi. My poor tabaxi.
Yes. Anyway, sorry, that came to mind a lot when you were doing that bit. Sorry.
It's in my fur. Yes, I think I do remember that episode.
Right. So you swing the first one over, and you start putting the second ones on. Manny is trying to attach them down. When he puts like a strap over the top of one of them, you see this fingers, very very sharp looking fingers, like stab out of one of the holes in the boxes and frantically start clawing at the strap.
Let's try and avoid getting slashed by those.
As you move a bit closer, all you hear is, Mother, let me out, Mother.
If you pipe down, we might do that. But you need to pipe down for about 20 minutes.
Sing for me, Mother. Sing for me, Mother. I need the song.
How
does it go? Ruth's just trying to shut them up.
Sing for us. Sing for your
Why
supper.
yeah, why don't you sing for us?
Oh God. Who are you asking to sing?
The one that's
The one that's yelling constantly.
yeah.
Sing the song, mother. I will sing it too. And at this point, all the other boxes go, yes, yes, sing. Sing, mother, sing.
Ruth's just gonna look at the rest of them like, what? I'm not singing.
I don't think we should rile them up any more than they already are. I don't know if the song's going to really help.
I don't know if it's the song that the Grey Warden thing. You know how there's always that weird thing in the back of your head. I don't know if it's that they're meaning, because I have heard tales of it, but not very much information.
I do have
we barely know anything.
And I've had a nagging buzz in the back of my head since the whole initiation process, that's for sure.
Tristan,
But I would have thought that they'd be... Do they not have that constantly? If they can't hear it, that begs some questions.
Tristan, you've been one longer than us. How does it feel?
But it's also, isn't it like the closer you are, the more darkspawn you're around, like the more.
It's like white noise in the background, almost. I can't really remember. It's like they can sense it, but they can't like. If there's too many around, they can't like distinguish what direction it is. But if there's like one, they can like trap. But if there's loads around, then it kind of throws them off. But
okay, so in these boxes, there's like darkspawn, right?
we think so. We think they're those little. There's these disciples in Dragon Age 2, which are like talking darkspawn.
Walking darkspawn.
Talking darkspawn. Yes, they speak. Darkspawn normally just grunt.
Yeah, that's what talking means. I got that much.
Oh, I thought
No, I'm being in character. Sorry, that was a bit rude. But like, I thought darkspawn were like stupid and just like mindless.
No, they've got a hive mind.
Yeah, it's like a hive hierarchy, I would say. Like they have like the song which goes through everything, all of them. But unless there's an archdemon, the archdemon controls the song, and if there's an archdemon about, they flock to it and do its bidding like bees and ants in a colony. Like they are the queen almost.
So,
but when there's not one around, they're more disorganized and like.
So are these
kind of barbarian-y kind?
Are these archdemons then? If they're talking?
No.
Is that how that works?
They're like a off branch of the darkspawn of like. So in Dragon Age 2, you had a splintering of a faction of darkspawn, where you had the architect, who is like Corypheus in Inquisition, but he was more benevolent. He wanted to kind of like help the darkspawn and like kind of save them. And then you had the mother, who I don't really understand if she was like, she just wanted to return to like, because they were cut off from the song. I can't really remember how that happened.
Yeah, I don't either.
I haven't played.
I don't either. Remember?
Yeah, but there was two branches of this like one faction, and they were the heads, and then they had like their disciples, and they were able to speak, and the architect and the mother taught them how to communicate, so they could spread the word of the song and bring everybody under it of the dark.
That's pretty weird.
Like, yeah, it's like an offshoot branch. But
so are these guys more dangerous than normal darkspawn?
Yeah, because they can think and they can calculate and they can interpret. because they've got more. If you think about the Unos, not the Unos, is it the Unos? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like the Unos in a way.
Well, I don't like that.
It's a Stargate
Gate thing.
reference. Yeah. So that's kind of like I would probably approximate it as. And they speak, yeah, they can fight, but it's because they have a higher intelligence as well. So yeah, disciples, they're creepy, but they have a lot of information. So or they might have no information. Kitty.
My one
Right,
can't.
so we're
My
gonna
one can't
get
decide
the
if he
rest
wants
of
to be in the
boxes.
sun or not. Sorry.
Let's get the rest. Let's get the rest of the boxes, and
Carefully.
carefully. Nobody gets scratched or poked. Mind the holes.
Well, like, are the Grey Wardens a bit more resistant to being scratched and poked?
Yeah, we'll be fine. Just
But
you.
Manny and me and stuff
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah. So yeah, just Manny and you. Manny and you and the. I hope the guard. Nobody's gotten jabbed by the guard. The guards haven't gotten jabbed. I haven't
That'd be
got
bad.
injured.
Why are you eating cereal?
All right, I guess we load them up, pile them high, as it were, and try and take them back to the HQ. If the ship's
Alright.
not going back, we'll have to find another one, or persuade possibly the captain.
Or we could just steal one under the cloak of darkness.
It's a big boat. I think they'd notice.
Well, maybe we don't take that one. Maybe we take a slightly smaller one.
Do any of us know how to sail a ship?
I'm sure we can find.
I lived on a ship once.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
I thought-
Whoa, no, I'm not gonna ask that because I don't think you do know how to navigate a ship.
You eat mice,
That answers my
and the
question.
ship moves.
I'm gonna just like, is she an actual cat?
You know, nobody's really asked.
I'm just like, is she an actual cat?
She's just Juniper.
Just Juniper. Okay. You know what? Maybe I should stop trying to understand this weird thing.
Black ball of fluff that with knives.
What a strange little thing.
This one isn't Junie, this one's Holly. You can tell because it's eating scraps and ignoring me.
Whereas my one has ran through to eat his food, and it will come back probably in a minute to shout at me, and then he will lie back there in the sun for like half an hour. Anyway.
Do you know how to train cats to not scream for food? Specifically that one. That one is
If I
very
ever
bad
did
for it.
I always joke about doing a recording of Luther, but I could record Luther shouting for a solid minute. Because ever since sorry, it's a sidetrack the podcast, but because
It's fine, I need to get the dog out to pee.
you see the dog at
That's
speed,
right.
I'll explain this to other folk. Because we put Luther in his room at night because Meow can't deal with him in the bedroom because she's got a slight allergy to cats and he will try and sit on her face. He's developed this habit of he will shout at the door. Now because
Yes.
it's been several years now of this ritual of him going to I was putting him in his room, making sure he's got a warm, he's got a blanket, he's got his food, he's got water and everything, and then coming out,
Yeah.
he will shout at the door. But the problem is he's had several years now of shouting at the door. So he can now go and for several minutes.
He's had a lot of practice.
He's got very tuned vocal cords.
Oh my god.
See, if
What a guy.
when I wake up, Holly is usually sleeping in my bed. She normally does that. It's very cute. I'm pretty sure her entire reason is so she can begin screaming at me the moment I wake up. She knows not to wake me up, but the second I wake up, she is screaming. Which is why there was a bit of a delay of me getting on. One, because it was messy in here, and two, because this one was going like every second.
Yep.
For the last
Dude.
10 minutes.
I said one day I will tape Loudcat so you can hear what he's like, especially if you go to the bathroom and you close the door. Oh, he waits outside, and the second you even open the door a crack, he starts screaming. So if I open the bathroom door and tape from the second he starts screaming to the second he stops screaming, I think I get at least 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think with this one I'll have to wait
What a good
until
boy.
I'm feeding them in the morning. And then you
What
can
a
just
little menace.
get the delightful sound of Holly screaming for food, and Junie quietly, patiently sitting there, looking so done with her little sister, occasionally going.
Adorable.
The pair of them are complete opposites, and I love it. Why are you putting your face back in the empty bowl of cereal? Why? Oh, Lulu.
It's always good when you get two cats and one learns that one's the loud one. I'm just going to sit and be quiet next to it so I don't have to put any effort into shouting.
Yeah. Oh dear. Has anyone seen that film, by the way? I watched the TV Glow.
Which one is it?
I watched the TV Glow.
No.
No?
Wasn't even aware of it.
Watch it. Find a cinema
watch
that has it
television,
in
really.
and go watch it. Maybe book off the next day so you can just cry. It's a horror, but it's the kind of existential horror that comes from existing in a body that is slowly killing you.
Okay.
Fun.
I will...
It's very good, it's very colourful.
Oh, it's on Sundance. Okay.
Yeah, nothing... I think the main kind of clip that keeps going around of it is the main character describing, this isn't right, this isn't how life's supposed to feel, time is speeding up. There's a lot of vibes like that in it.
Alright, okay. I'll try and have a look for that.
Yeah. It's going to be sitting in my brain, I think, for the next 2 weeks and just slowly chewing away at my sanity more than it needs to.
Alright, fair. Well, we'll assume that this break was you taking the carts to the Grey Warden base. He's going to start screaming now I've said this. Right, so you you basically have dragged the carts over to the Grey Warden base. Are you going to try and unload them and put them in? Are you going to try and check if there's anyone inside you need to clear out first? What are you going to do?
Yeah, let's clear out the hobos first.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure we've got. I mean, did we see cells when we were here before?
I'd imagine they'd be
you did.
I
down.
think we went in very far, just enough to see the hobos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we should probably have a real scout around and make sure that there's a good spot to actually put them in.
Yeah. Let's have a scout.
What, the hobos or?
No, the boxes.
The boxes.
If there's hobos, they just go outside. That's simple.
Yeah. We only need it for 10 minutes. Then you can come back. If you come back in half an hour, we'll have supper for you.
As you open the door, the Grey Warden thing is full of people. Most of them still
there's
clutching
my
their
camera.
possessions from the ship. Oh, Amy's camera's going down.
My camera fell off the back of my computer. We're back.
Welcome to Footcam with Amy.
No. We're not that kind of stream. Come on now.
There we go. We can't hear you.
Oh.
We can see you, but we can't hear you.
We'll get there
There
eventually.
we go. I can hear you now. It's like... Okay. Right.
Right, so these are all refugees. Okay.
Not ideal.
Not fantastic, no.
Uh,
So what do we do?
do we try and wield the Grey Warden authority? This is the Grey Warden base.
Push off, or else. I think we appeal to their fear and say, this place is Grey Warden territory, which is required for the experimentation of on Darkspawn. So that means there's going to be Darkspawn in here very soon. I would leave. Kind of sort of angle.
You're really going to give
work?
Upski the opportunity to then go, Darkspawn aren't real? That's...
I love how that started as an actual joke based on so many things in the world, and by Christ does it just become more and more amusing to see that it gets replicated elsewhere. Anyway, go.
I mean, worst case, we could bribe them out. They probably wouldn't take much to bribe them if they're hobos and poor. And
yeah, if they're like hobos and refugees, that probably wouldn't take much.
I think we need to find a cell first, and then clear them out anyway. But unless there's like a room that we can use, clear that room out. Like, we just go upstairs for 20 minutes. We can come back.
Go upstairs for 20 minutes?
Yep.
Oh,
Go for
I didn't
a
realise
walk.
that kind of
I'm sure
transaction.
you-
Well, I admit I'm kind of needing money, but
What?
yeah, you want me to? And they sort of put a very elongated wink. Go upstairs for 20 minutes.
Bruce's just gonna punch him in the face. Nope.
Why does everybody think I'm a whore?
Why'd you punch Jeremy?
I'm a Grey Warden. These are other Grey Wardens. We need this space.
Why did you punch Jeremy?
Because he's a cunt.
I mean, I'm gonna sort of look as ungrade wardenish as possible and be like, well, she does have a point.
Yep, they're all gonna go, yeah, okay.
You know what? Yeah, he is a bit, isn't he?
He obviously was, given that reaction. Right. Shimmy along. Out you go.
Yeah, there's going to be about 4 Darkspawn in here in about 5 minutes' time. I would suggest you leave this room at least, if not the premises.
Yeah, it's gonna get a bit messy in here.
I didn't know they kept them as pets. Jesus Christ, shit. I didn't know
they're not very well controlled pets either. I'd suggest you shift quick. Alright, so we're going to chivvy them all
grumble
out.
and take their stuff and start heading outside.
Phew.
So as they're all outside, and you notice a couple of them are standing around the cart outside, being quite intrigued by how there's a bed on that cart.
Keep away from the cart. That's our stuff.
Ruth's
Watch
gonna
out.
light a flame in his hand. He's like, if anybody thinks about it, they're going to find their clothes on fire.
Oh,
Uh,
so we get a bed and
I've
our
ordered-
clothes washed. That's wonderful.
I'd like to point out that
How fire? No.
are the Darkspawn still like on the cart?
Yep.
Scream.
They're all basically. So imagine a sort of a cappella version of them all singing "Mother." That's basically what they're doing at the moment.
Alright, sure. Alright, come on, let's get the Darkspawn in. Bring them in, bring them in.
Okay. So you start dragging these boxes of darkspawn inside.
The claws.
Well, I imagine it's the ones of you that are not that are mostly immune to the
Yeah.
effects of claws
Yeah.
that are going to drag them in, so it should be fine.
Gonna like ice some of the ground so it's a bit easier for us to like.
Slide.
Yeah, exactly. Like save our backs.
So After a little bit of time, you manage to get all 4 of them like slid inside. What are you going to do now? They're again all sort of chittering amongst themselves, and occasionally all you hear is Mother and the song coming up over and over and over again.
Did we find his cell? Did we find his cell? Cells?
I think you found there was one holding cell in the basement.
Okay. I think we only open one. And it's in the cell, and the others are outside because we don't want them opening the other 3. So we'll separate one into the holding cell.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Crowley. Yes, Mr. Crowley. He's screaming at me.
Yeah, it seems to be a day for cats screaming today.
Hey, Mr. Crowley.
So, you how exactly are you going to do this? Are you going to basically just like open one side and then like push the open bit into the cell, or?
Someone used magic from outside the cell to open the thing.
I suppose we could freeze the side of the box and make it brittle, and it'll probably bash its way out. I mean, it's just we don't really want the cell door open when the box opens.
Okay, idea. We put the box in the cell. Junie sits on the box, and then quickly leaps off of the box, therefore letting it open, removing the locks, of course, and should be able to jump out the cell and close the door quick, because Junie's fast.
She is the quickest.
I'm probably most dexterous.
Mm-hmm.
And she is immune. So that does work. We'll just hold the door.
Hodor!
Just be ready to slam it shut.
Yeah.
And try not to get the tail in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll end up with 2 darkspawn. One of them being alive and a cat.
Uh-oh.
So Junie leaps off the box. I undo the things. Junie leaps off the box and through the cage door. You slam the cage door shut. The box stays shut. It is open, but the box stays shut. And you just hear, "Mother, it's dark in here, Mother. Sing for me."
Can I just start caterwauling really loudly?
Yeah.
Mother's out here!
Yeah.
The
I
song.
found her. She's over
the
here.
song. And the flap immediately like flips off the top of the box, and this very black gooey darkspawn just sits up bolt upright, looking towards you. Goes, the song, the song.
Oh, she's gone again. Oh well, never mind. Okay, what the hell is that?
That is a darkspawn, but it's.
I thought they were like monsters, not like gooey people.
Well, this one seems to have gone through maybe some decomposition. It's hard to tell from here.
Gross.
Rake's gonna kind of apply all of his mortician knowledge and sniff the air and kind of peer as closely as he can. Like, is this thing ostensibly undead? Like, is it necrotized and falling to pieces?
Yeah, is it like a reanimated darkspawn?
You look at it. It definitely seems like it's rotten. But he seems to be dripping with this very thick, black, almost oil-like goo.
Is there any odor to it in the air?
Just the smell of sort of rot that you get with most darkspawn.
Is it just sitting there then?
Yeah. He's just sort of sitting in the. He seems to be like when Juniper stops caterwauling, he sort of looks around like he's trying to find something again, and then he sort of looks over towards you, and he sort of not so much scrabbles, but sort of it's like he can't stand up in the oil that he's dripping. And as he finally gets to his feet and sort of hobbles out of the box and falls onto the bars in front of you, he just seems to sort of make this like large squelch sound as this black goo just drips from him onto the floor.
I don't like it.
Can we put like a couple of sandbags around the edge of the cell just to kind of keep the liquid in?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I don't know if I want to ask it questions now.
Can you understand us?
Are you mother?
Tell us about her.
Mother is good. Mother is great. And at this point, you just hear the other boxes start chanting, Mother is good. Mother is great. Mother is good. Mother is great.
Shut up back there!
Oh, where was she? Where is she?
She is all around. Can't you hear her? You can hear her song if you listen.
Can you really start caterwauling again?
Yes. When Junie starts caterwauling again, she goes, there! See it, hear it, be part of it. Mother, what is your bidding?
Ray just kind of look at Juniper, very confused. You've not met before, I know. Have you?
Junie looks at the goo man. Junie looks at Wraith. Junie looks back at the goo man and shrugs.
I don't know. I may have killed him in another life.
I lose track.
I've killed a lot
That
of
was
good
more-
things
that
in
was
my
more-
time.
I've killed a lot of goo people.
Killed a lot of people, and they did turn to goo afterwards after a very long time, and they didn't taste very good.
I'm just trying to think where they've came from. Like, where did they come in from? Ferelden? Did they come from Orlais?
That's a good point,
Like-
actually.
Because that kind of narrows it down if they are like Ferelden moving into Orlais and the Dales and that, or
Well, they're receptive to Junie, so maybe if you do the questioning, then maybe we can get an answer to that.
Did you come from Ferelden?
At this point, he just seems to be swaying his head side to side. It's as if he's entranced by Junie's caterwauling.
Junie, why don't you ask? Sing it to him, Junie.
it's
I
like
don't know if you really want, like, if you want to edit this in later, I can absolutely send like a voice note of just me making horrid cat sounds. Just put it in the background.
Meow, 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 meow. Relay this.
If it was me editing Dark Tide, then yes, I probably would. But I think we're probably going to still get the do edit Dark Tide to finish editing Dark Tide.
Yeah,
So-
ask him if he wants it, and if he does, let me know, and I will send you a voice note of me singing probably like the tune of old like classical songs, but as meows.
Well, I haven't actually listened to any of his edits because it's one of those things, if you have a style of editing, someone else's style of editing, they're doing it for me. I don't want to listen to how it is. I just want it to
be out.
Come
Yeah.
out.
So Dragon deals with it. I don't know if he does music or if he just does the audio. Apologies
like
to
a
anyone
little
listening who's
bit
wondering like why
things in.
why I'm standoffish with it. It's literally just like it's been edited before I came back to doing editing again, and I don't want to take over from him because having a juxtaposition between editors in a series is kind of
Yeah.
fucky. You can just
Yeah.
leave it that style for that series. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah,
He does put some sounds in it, so just let me know.
yeah, that's fine. It may be a while yet. I think he's only on like episode like 30. So
Yeah.
he's a fair while away. Anyway, I think it's a he. I might be wrong with that. Apologies if I am. Right. Anyway, so as Judy makes this caterwauling song, you just see him stop, and then he kind of puts his gaze down towards Ruth, and he goes, "Mother says you should join us."
I'm quite fine here.
Oh, you can stay there. He just takes a finger up and just tries to like stroke towards your face through the bar.
Oh, no. I'm adverse to touching, so no thank you.
Yes.
No.
Why is this thing so gross?
He goes, "Come on, everyone. We must help them join." And you just hear that the boxes behind start thudding really loudly.
I think we need to burn these boxes. Big bonfire.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to say burn 3 of them, leave 1, but like lock it up and throw away the key.
I
Won't we
do
stay in the
not.
cage with the sandbags?
I
Because
would not
we
trust
got
the
them in there.
refugees. I would not trust the refugees.
If we burn the boxes in the building, we're probably going to burn the building down.
Yeah, we probably need to take them to a field somewhere.
Which won't be easy, especially if they're trying to get out of the box now.
Do we freeze them instead, is my thought.
Yeah.
Can
If we just-
lean out and say,
Freeze them and shatter them.
can you
Am I just
stop
like,
or
you know,
something?
Hawk's musket with malicious intent?
I don't know if that, like, it's just them spreading everywhere. Don't want splatter.
Right, is there a big oven?
You've
You can
mastered-
blast them after we freeze them.
You've mastered
Is there
the.
a fireplace?
Yes, there
Yeah,
should be
but it's not
fireplace.
going to be
in the
big enough.
kitchens?
It's not going to be big enough, is it?
And it's
It could
gonna
be.
reek.
Is it big enough?
For what?
How grand is this
Sticking the
building?
box on the fire in the oven.
No, it's a bit big enough for what looks like warming a sort of guard room.
Yeah.
Maybe warming a small pot of stew, but not more than that.
I think Eden's right that we just freeze them and then smash them to pieces, gather the pieces, and then bury them somewhere.
Just sweep them out the door.
Or yeah,
Maybe, or just like if we freeze them, smash them, and then like put them into one of the boxes. Break up the other boxes into bits and burn them to get rid of any taint that's left there.
Yeah,
Hopefully
that's
that'll
what
be
I'm worried
diffuse
about.
enough. And then take that last box with all the pieces. Make sure it's got like a lining or something so it doesn't leak out. And take it to a field and just.
Yeah, because the taint is still going to be all over the place. So if we leave that behind, other people are going to get infected. And then the city is fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, freeze the jerky, smash the jerky,
Okay.
go through bam bam bam.
So you're freezing these boxes one by one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll try and pry them open after they've been thoroughly frozen. And, you know,
All right. Well, you're gonna have
Axe,
to
hammer, and
do me a roll for
chisel.
freezing these solid.
yeah.
And
If they don't freeze solid, don't touch them.
the stream might not like me tapping it for a second to bring Discord up to see this. Let me just see if it wants to. Do you want to? No, it's fine. It's behaving today.
Crowley.
One.
Yep.
He's screaming at the door.
Of course, yes. Mother,
stop-
the outside world is there.
The window is open.
That's a different
He knows
outside
that.
world. You know this.
Dot D20, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
23. Yep.
That is a 23.
So between the two of you, you managed to freeze the first one completely solid. Are you just gonna start like just smashing it with like blunt objects or?
Not the box.
I suppose we don't have to smash it here necessarily. We could, because this is more manageable in one piece if we just take that out and load it on the car.
Yeah.
We freeze all of them and then just take them out to a field, like we say.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Except for the one in the holding cell. How are we going to deal with that one?
Sandbags.
Freeze him
Contained.
directly, I guess, maybe.
We can question it later.
We don't necessarily need to freeze them, do we? Unless they're for the other three, because they're still in their boxes.
Well, they're trying to get out, is the thing. And this just means they're secure.
That's a good point. Okay. Can you Thorned Roots Goopy Boy, and then we'll try and scoop him into it?
I mean, do we want to question him more and keep him in the cell while we go off and get rid of the others?
I mean, the other Grey Wardens, for some reason, had in their head that these Darkspawns should be sent back to this headquarters. So, like, what was their... You know, why would they do that without good reason?
And especially if they, without any certainty that there would be Grey Wardens here.
Mm-hmm.
Because if an all hands order came through here, then why would they send anything back?
Unless it was somebody that didn't get the message that they had cleared out of the headquarters. Or it happened so recently they just haven't gotten the message yet.
Possibly.
Yeah, logistics of the kind of era, I suppose, wouldn't really allow for quick communication or anything, so... Yeah,
Which is why you always leave a couple of people behind. Oh my god.
Well, we don't know what happened to them, where they went or why.
True.
Well, let's continue freezing the boxes then, I guess. And then
Tempted
load
to
them all up.
say, don't burn any of them. Leave them in their boxes, leave them in a cell, secure the cell somehow, leave lots of signage saying Darkspawn presence beware, talking Darkspawn, you know, all this kind of stuff.
I feel like that's
I don't
unnecessary
trust this
risk.
There's thousands of desperate refugees. It feels like the kind of place where somebody's going to make a foolish choice. And yeah.
I don't believe that Darkspawn aren't real. Blah, 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 blah.
Even though that's what I'm
It
literally
can't be that bad.
from.
I bet they're dead by now.
Oh look, meat.
It says it'll give us food if we let it out.
The amount of pubsky excuses that could be made.
It's not a Darkspawn. It's a child looking for its mother.
What are you cackling for, Mr. Pup? What are you cackling for, eh?
Just Rowan saying the number of Popsky excuses for things, and I'm just like, yep. People are idiots, and surprisingly, that's 95% of the reason why things happen sometimes.
Yes. It's why the rest of us are like, nope, we need a firm solution. Destruction.
This is why sometimes you just need to murder the fucker before he has any chance to do more harm. You need at least one person willing to just stab a fella through the head.
I mean, the Corypheus was a Darkspawn that the Grey Wardens imprisoned, and look how that turned out.
Yep.
A giant hole in the sky.
Yep. Everyone misses Bephis. Anyway. So what are you...
I'm with back here in terms of like they were sent here for a reason. We could spend a bit more time at this HQ and maybe root around, see if there's anything in the documents, anything to show signs of previous experiments, something that might give us an edge on like why they've been sent here, and yeah, maybe chuck all the boxes in the cell. Although one of them's now loose in the cells.
Are there other cells? Or is it just the one holding cell?
But the boxes are secure right now.
Boxes are
aren't
secure
they?
It
right
won't
now,
be
'cause
if you
most
put
of them are
them
frozen,
in
but yeah.
with the other guy.
Right, well,
If you
why
let
don't
them.
we just leave somebody with them? And the rest of us, like, scatter about. Ruth's quite happy to stay here. Ruth can quite happy to keep an eye on them.
I think it's somebody that should
He can
be able to freeze them at
He can
least.
freeze. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye.
I'll stay with you as well in case you need a stabbing.
Stabbing.
Sometimes
So where
you
are
just
we
need to
gonna
stab a
go?
guy.
Bach, just have a look around.
We'll start rooting around then. Is there like clear like offices and drawers, files, that kind of stuff, things to go through?
Yeah. There's
Letters and
there's
stuff.
loads of such things lying around. Yeah. What are you looking for? Or are you just gonna dig through and see what you find?
Generally looking for any kind of indication or like talk of experiments. People like maybe the orders themselves, like who for these Darkspawn sent here, or order-wise coming through, telling them that they were coming, stuff like that.
Especially recent orders.
You look around for recent orders. You find a pile of letters that seem to have not been opened yet by the door. Though skim reading all of them, they all just seem to be very simple, like Grey Warden battle reports of just like oh, this happened, we moved these people over here, and then the last one, the first one that you opened the last one you opened, which is the first one to be delivered, was literally like as we said in our last correspondence, we needed you to leave and head to Orlais. Do not leave and come to Orlais. Stay in Nevada. This is a #1 directive: stay in Nevada.
How old
They
is that
clearly
letter?
didn't.
That is about 2 weeks old.
Where the fuck do they go then? Because apparently they went to the Dales, according to the hobo.
Maybe we just stay here then.
Seems like
Sure.
that might be the most prudent choice, really. Set our base, build this place, well, get this place back in order.
Sure, why not?
Actually,
It's-
rather
it's-
than with the rest of the Grey Wardens for once.
Yeah, because I'm sure if someone's gonna. When was so? That's the most recent letter, or is there one?
That's like the ones they've had since then have piled on top of it. So it's like the first one that must have been delivered before more mail got piled on top of it.
So there's mail coming in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that would seem that they know of this place. So the next letter that comes, we should maybe write to them and inform them of the situation here,
Tell them it's all
And what
gone
we
to
find.
shit.
and then see. Because we've got the Darkspawn, we don't really want to leave them anywhere. We can
No.
chuck out people. Sorry. Because that if we can get in contact that way, then we'll have we'll get orders, and we've
Yeah.
actually got communication.
My God.
Sounds
We
like a
might
plan.
find Yevon.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
So you continue to dig through everything else you find. What are you just leaving these boxes just stacked on the side and refreezing them every so often, or?
I'm close. Ruth's close by. Just keeping an eye on them.
So said you're just going to refreeze them every so often, or?
Yeah. Just,
Okay.
I don't want you to defrost.
Last thing you want is the defrosted black goo. The one in the cage. Well, actually, what are you doing with the one in the cage? You just leaving him as be, or are you gonna freeze him as well, or?
Sandbags.
Sleb slowly drown in his own black goo.
I'll freeze him too.
Freeze him too. Okay.
Yeah, just to shut him up.
Alrighty. So you start freezing him, and he goes, Mother, the snow is coming again, Mother. I can feel the snow.
Oh,
Well, he seems happy at least.
That makes me think of the Frostback Mountains, which was like the border between Orlais and Ferelden.
Well, shit. Now what do we do?
I don't like it.
Keep thinking about the goo. Like, I feel like I should know at least somewhat about all the Darkspawn, and I'm trying to rack my brain with if I would know if any had the black goo, or is this something like?
Because I'm thinking it's like black ichor, like their blood splat, like because they use it
Icky.
as poison.
It's icky.
It
That's what I'm
sounds
thinking
like
that it is, and it's the blight, like it's their blighted blood, like
Yeah.
excretions, imposing and stuff. Gross.
You.
Bodies.
Yeah. Grim.
Definitely don't want to touch it if you're not
No.
already a Grey Warden.
And even then, I don't really want to touch it.
Sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll just keep refreezing him every now and again. I'm just like, but Ruth's just like, I
Can't keep this up forever.
I might make some runes.
Fair enough.
starts making frost runes to like scatter around, so you can just like, I don't have to use as much magic.
Fair. So
I think I've only got heat, unfortunately. I can't really help.
Well, if we want to defrost them.
Yeah.
So you you freeze them. So now you've sort of searched the base. What are you doing? What's everyone else doing that's not Ruth in freezing the things? Are you going looking around the city? Are you staying there? What are you doing?
Good question.
I take it there wasn't anything else in terms of like signs of experiments or anything like that. Previous mention of that anywhere?
No.
No. I think Wraith is curious to have. He'll wander back in and have a look at the cell room again, and see that one's been frozen in the cell. An opportunity to have a closer look at this one. If you don't mind, I think I might chip a bit off and run a few experiments.
Feel free.
Okay.
Just like carving my runes in the corner.
Yep. Open the door. Carving your runes in the corners, trying not to slip on the floor that's now frozen black goo.
So yeah, Wraith will get a little bit of the ichor or whatever it is, and set down kind of near the cart, and he's probably got some stuff with him, I suppose, appliances and what have you from previous plying of the trade.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll experiment with that for a while.
There's probably some there as well.
All right. From what you can basically gather, it seems to mostly be very tainted darkspawn blood.
Is there any indication of what's different about it in particular?
No, it seems to be thinned down, and there seems to be a blend of blood and saliva.
Ooh.
Okay.
Lovely.
Doesn't really tell me much, but grim.
Unpleasant.
Oh, I think beyond that, then, if we're sticking with Wraith for a while, then we'll go back and just generally. I've got a vision of this thing, and tell me if this is accurate. Where it's kind of slumped at the bars, are its arms kind of like through the bars, and it's now completely.
Yep.
Close.
It's frozen with a sort of almost slightly surprised expression on its face.
So I'll have a really close look over it and try and see like signs of injury or some point of where like did this rot start somewhere?
You look around it. You sort of from your vague examination, you find that it does seem to have several cuts inside its mouth. It seems to be leaking the blood into the mouth.
Oh, it ate something, maybe.
God, why is this whole episode so gross? Is it just me?
Darkspawn are gross.
Yeah, okay, I think I figured that one out.
Sometimes
Jeez.
I write a body horror episode, Tom. All right.
It's just so icky and icker.
Like, Tom, the deep roads in the first game, they're when you eventually meet the brood mother is the most disgusting bit of the entire game.
Oh yeah.
It's so gross. It's so gross.
I'm not surprised.
There's a whole song that like follows you as you're going down, and it like basically details what happens. And you're just like, this is disgusting.
Yep.
Dare I ask? You know what? No, I don't dare ask. I don't dare ask. I've changed my mind. I don't want to know.
I'll
Bloody
find it
horrors.
for later.
No, you're right.
All right. So as you're sort of examining this more and more, you hear screaming begin to come from outside, and as you run and look out the door, there seems to be all these civilians that you saw before and are running back towards the ship.
That's not a good sign.
Oh no.
I'm gonna grab one and say, what is it?
The Canary are invading. They're at the border.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh God.
So much for staying here.
Oh god. So the
Oh, well
Canary
then.
are in the free marches and invading it down here. Fucking hell, the whole world's gone to shit, man.
No, I will let you mull over
I'll
what you're
say
gonna
this,
do, and we'll take it from that next week.
Great. Last thing we need is dark-spawned canary.
There have been Darkspawn Canary.
The last thing we need is an army of them.
Yeah, an army of them would be quite problematic. Alright, well, on that note, we will just wind up there. So,
Where are they coming from, though? I guess they're coming from the Free Marches, aren't they?
Canary, yeah.
I doubt they come from the Imperium. Fucking hell, it's a real mess. You know, Ferelden's fallen to the Darkspawn, Free Marches and Navarra are being attacked by the Canary. God alone knows what Antiva's doing, because it's closer to the Canary than any of them. Olay's falling to the Darkspawn, they breached the Frostback Mountains. Anderfell and Tevinter... Actually, I don't know about Anderfell's. Tevinter is probably alright. In their horrible way. But, God, it's looking pretty grim out there.
Just a bit. As we are staring down the end of this campaign in a couple of weeks. I say a couple of weeks in about 7, 8 weeks, something like that. If I'm not got the number wrong. But yes, that will do us for today. Our next ones will be... What have we got this week? Monday, I think, is Indie Horror, because there's no Belry. Tuesday will probably be me and Belry, unless he's busy, in which case it will be Thursday, or he'll just jump in Power World or something, I don't fucking know. It's Belry, he'll appear at some point. Wednesday will be Power World, Thursday will be Indie Horror and or Belry. Friday will be hopefully back to Bar Trauma, and then next Sunday will be more Dark Tide.
The Mayo Dark Tide.
Yes, so we will carry on with that. Let's see, who do we know that's on that we can roll into. Let's have a look and see. Is Darren on? Because Darren's always a good, reliable person to roll into. I think he might be away this week. I think he's away this week. Let me just see who else is on. There's no one I know on that's... The only people I know on is things like Snake Discovery. I don't really think we want to go and watch a crocodile just in a pen just doing nothing. Alright.
Reptile.
I know. But we're just gonna wind up there, and we'll just call it dead, sadly. But yes, we won't raid out today because there's no one we know on that we can probably raid into. So yeah, that'll do it for today. Thank you everyone for watching along. We'll be back. As I said, we'll be back the rest of the week. Mr. Eden, are you doing any streams anytime soon? Before I forget.
I don't think I am actually. Next Saturday I won't be streaming.
Oh, you're away to see Deadpool, aren't you?
Yes, I'm going to go and see Wolverine Deadpool, and hopefully that'll be the fan service that I'm expecting.
All right. Well, with that, we will just wind up. Oh, and as usual, if you want to get yourself some cheap math rocks or some other things to augment your game, there's our code for money off on D&Dice. Oh, see if we cancel that the advert break. There's money off at D&Dice and gemhammer.com. Use PenanceRPG checkout, get money off there. But until next time, folks, you all take care. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you later. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.